Welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge. In today's episode, we have our quarter-final games in the African Champions League. Since you last left us, we have continued on with sort of the gap in between. So we finished our Champions League group stage. We, of course, finished top of the group with a win against Pyramids on the last day. We've progressed in the Tunisian Cup. We're into the quarterfinals of that, and then we won 2 games in the league. So we've got our old, I wouldn't want to call them rivals, but our team that we played in the Champions League quarterfinal, in the Champions League group stage last year, CR Belouizdad from Algeria. If we have a look at the groups, let's see where they finished. So they finished second in their group. So they got Al Ahly again, but that was a group with Wydad Casablanca from Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. So that's not a bad group at all. So the fact that they only lost to Al Ahly, I guess they drew with a team from another team from Morocco. I wouldn't think you'd play 2 teams from the same group, but there you go. So they did quite well to finish that high up. They beat them twice over 2 games, and they did lose to Al Ahly. So clearly not very good. Al Ahly still quite well. Not very good. Not very good. It's not that they're not very good. Al Ahly just really good. So Sundowns are still in it from South Africa. ES Setif from Algeria are in it. Kaiser Chiefs from South Africa are in it. Zamalek from Egypt. Us and Pyramids from Egypt. Al Ahly from Egypt. And Belouizdad from Algeria. So the only Tunisian teams left in the tournament. And we're going to play both legs today. So we've got the quarterfinal first leg. So let's get into that. And this is the team we are going with. As you can see, Lukic, unfortunately, has picked up a knock. So he's, twisted ankle, actually. So he's going to be out for about a month. Tilly, our backup youngster that we brought in from the under-18s, is also out. So we are a little bit light in terms of strikers. But we have got for strikers, Trabelsi and Angua. We've got Hamidi and Knezovic on the wing. Toure and Jabali in midfield. A back 4 of Koulibaly, Rajabu, Mabea and Cuervo. And then Mamish in goal. So the rest of the team, very much the same. But we are pretty striker empty, I guess. We're pretty light on the strikers. So we got Trabelsi and the other 2 boys are out injured. So we'll have to get on without Lukic. He is obviously fairly recent. We recently acquired. I thought so. Trying to get through the games quicker off camera. I've been doing a lot of commentary only. That is too quick. Let's knock that down 1. Hopefully don't see any goals whilst we're doing this. I think that's still a lick too quick. Or is that too slow? Let's see. Let's see what it looks like from the corner. That looks a lick too slow. Slightly too slow. This looks more right. Yeah, we've been doing commentary only to try and get through the off-camera games because it's just not really that interesting. But we'll go on key highlights for the games we do on camera. So, got a couple games in between this and the second leg. Obviously, we are away from home this leg, so ideally we come out with a clean sheet. That's priority number 1, and if we can get a goal or 2, that just makes that second leg at home a little bit more comfortable. But we'll just see how we get on. We'll just see how we get on. Obviously, as we progress, you'd like to imagine players like Lukic, only Lukic really that's injured, but hopefully he'll be okay. We are a little bit light, I guess, in midfielders as well, so hopefully we don't see any knocks there. Hopefully we just don't see any more injuries across the board. Obviously we still have the league and the cup to play in, which obviously is not a priority really. It's really more just this competition, but obviously we need to still make sure we do well in the league at least to guarantee that we'll be here next year if we don't win it this year. Obviously, there is still a pretty big gap between us and the teams from Egypt, so no guarantee we're going to win, but I do think this team is better than the one we had last year, though I don't think we actually lost to CR Belouizdad. I think we drew, or did we win 1, lose 1? I couldn't remember. We might have won 1, lost 1. I think it might have been a win and a draw. Was it? Yeah, they were the only team we actually beat in last year's group, so we should be better than them. I mean, we've had a good start. We've clearly done a lot, but we're just not really putting the ball in the back of the net, which is the worrying thing. Knezovic down the right-hand side can find an option in the middle. Goes back to Cuervo, who finds Hamidi, who's brought down in the box. Nothing given. Angua picks up the scraps. Who'll find Koulibaly. Back to Jabali, the skipper. Jabali from distance. Mohamed Amin Jabali, the captain, smashes it in off the top crossbar. Of the underside of the crossbar, should I say, makes it 1-0, and that's the opening goal that we needed. Koulibaly with the assist. Lovely stuff. That was a good little move, that, and we did well. Probably should have had the penalty, to be honest, but Angua did well to keep it alive. and we get ourselves in front, which is great. And like I say, we've been the much better side this half. I'm just a little bit disappointed we haven't scored more than one, and they've got a late corner in the half. We need to get rid. We don't get rid. It's 1-1. Their first real chance. The only highlight they've had, and they've equalised. This is shades of last year. We were exactly like this last year. Whoa, dodgy camera view. Where we were just a much better side in that group, and we just really struggled. We seem to have this weird thing in the Champions League where we're the better team, we just don't score. It's a little bit worrying. Trabelsi's not really doing great, so you'd really rather have Lukic there. Not great from Mabea, not great from Amish, clearly. Knezovic not having a great game either. So a little bit concerned. The clean sheet obviously gone, so my main priority now is ideally going in with a win. If we can go in with a draw, it's not the end of the world. Hamidi, brilliant stuff. Great assist from Cuervo. Hamidi gets his 12th of the season, makes it 2-1, and that makes it better. If we can go in with a 1 or 2 goal lead, I think that makes us feel a lot better about that second leg. Knezovic from distance on the free kick, unfortunately, goes over the bar. 30 minutes left. Do we make any changes? I think Knezovic could do with coming off. He's not had the best of games. So we're going to bring Yahya on. He's going to come on the right-hand side, one of our own. Everyone else is playing pretty well. Mabea, maybe the only one who's not doing great. Why was Agudelo not in the squad? Agudelo should definitely have been in the team. Was he injured? Well, we're bringing him on. He doesn't look injured. Agudelo should have definitely been in the side, and given that Mabea hasn't played very well, maybe I rotated him out and I forgot to put him back in. I think they're getting a player sent off here. Touré's been brought down. The guy's already on a yellow card. Touré looks injured as well, which is not great, but it is going to be a sending off. It doesn't look like Touré did get injured, so he was just selling it up, just selling the tackle to get them sent off. So they're down to 10 men, so now we should definitely win. We should go and try and score a couple here, because these should struggle. We're going to bring Hamidi on up front because Trabelsi's doing nothing. We're going to bring Kais Amara on the left-hand side, swap him and Yahya around. We'll take Jabali off. We'll bring Junior Guerrero on as well, just to give him some more game time. He's still learning the role. So in a game where we're leading, down to 10 men, makes sense. Hopefully he can do something. But yeah, I mean, if we can get another. I mean, they've got the highlight, though. That's worrying. Down the left-hand side, it's swung in. Good work from us, though. If we can catch them on the counter. Oh, my God. Who was that? Who was that nearly let them back in with a horror pass? We've got away with that. We've got away with that massively. Don't know who that was. But the highlight's still going on. Might have been Hamidi, but Hamidi making up for it with a lovely pass over to Angua, who's not scored today. And it's not like him. He probably should have done better with that chance. Should have took it down, took it into space, but unfortunately nothing happened with it. But it was a great ball from Hamidi, to be fair. He really could have done more there, Angua. Maybe that's the play, to play Hamidi up front. But Trabelsi's done really well when he's played on. He's just not done very well today. We've been the much better side. And realistically, I'm a bit annoyed that it's only a 1-goal lead. We shouldn't have conceded, first of all. But the fact that we only scored 2 from 10 shots on target is slightly worrying. But we do win the game, which is good. We go in the second leg, a goal to the good, which is the most important thing. So I'm going to go play those 2 games off camera, and we'll come back for the second leg. So we are back for the second leg, and we did win we didn't win both games in between. We won our cup game in between, so we're into the semi-final, which is played kind of as the end of the playoffs are done. We drew our first game in the playoff. I think we drew against those in the league as well. We lost to them last time, so it's actually an improvement. Before that, we beat them, so it's kind of just, yeah, one of every result. This is the team we're going with for our second leg. Obviously, we come in 2-1 up, so we are goal to the good, but definitely all still to play for. Mamish in goal, back four of Cuervo, Agudelo, who I kind of just forgot to put back in. In the last game, Rajibu and Koulibaly, Touré and Jabali in midfield, Knezovic and Hamidi, and then Trabelsi and Angua up front. Lukic is still kind of injured, but he's good enough to fit on the bench, as he can also come on the bench as well if we need him, because whilst he is not registered for the league, he can still play in the cup, which he did play, started in the cup because we fully rotated, still won that game. Didn't rotate in the league, though. We did play our first team, so it was a little bit concerning that we didn't win that game. We were the better side, though, of course, as you'd expect. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's where I remembered it being. Of course, just doing no commentary only in the games in between because I kind of know how good we are. And yeah, if and when we do win the Champions League in Africa, we will move clubs. Obviously, when we go to Asia, we'll play all the games off camera properly. It's just whilst I'm here and I kind of know that we're too good for the league and the cup, I just find it easier to go only commentary. I've dabbled with instant skin results and stuff. I find them to be a little bit overpowered sometimes. Sometimes you just seem to win a lot of games just when you do instant skin, like more than you normally would. So I kind of avoid instant skin. I just go commentary only and just whack it full just to get through the games basically. But still doing the in-game management myself, tactics and all that. So we definitely need to win today, or I guess a draw will do today. That would put us through to the semi-final. So again, semi-final is a two-legged affair. Jabali with another chance, had one earlier in the game to put us ahead today. I mean, getting a goal here would definitely settle the nerves, would definitely make us feel better. We have been the better side so far, but that was said for the last game, and we only scored 2 goals with 10 shots on target. So we probably need a better return, but so far, 2 shots on target, no goals is not looking like a better return. Agudelo plays it to Cuervo. I mean, that's poor from the right back, but Knežević does well, as does Trabelsi. That's a big save from the Belouizdad goalkeeper because he manages to keep it out. And we were pouncing. We were looking like we were going to get on the end of that. We have a corner, unfortunately. I think it was Rajabu. Couldn't get his header targeted towards goal. Goes over for a goal kick and nothing comes of it. Still 0-0 on the day, 2-1 on aggregate. But yeah, like 1 goal for them and they're straight back in it. So not surprising their goalkeeper is their best performer. He's man of the match on the pitch so far because he's kept them in it. I mean, we've definitely been the better side once again. And once again, I'm a little bit scared because they've got themselves a highlight. We're in possession anyway of this highlight. Angua doing his best to try and close down, or is it Trabelsi? I'm not sure. I think it is Trabelsi doing his best to close down, and Koulibaly does really well to intercept, and now Knežević has it on the right-hand side, but they transition from attack to defence very well. Look at how many numbers they get back. Good swinging though. Good swinging though from Knežević, but unfortunately Hamidi's header over the bar, and just like how many of the players they got back. They are playing 3 in midfield with a back 4, so it is erring on the side of caution, but they've definitely left enough up top to get a goal, and we need to be careful. Agudelo into Knežević, finds no space to run into, so has to turn back. Jabali now back to Agudelo. Agudelo into Toure. Toure tries to find his man, does find his man. Cuervo can run down the wing. Another floater in the box. This time, again, the goalkeeper, just too easy for him to come out and collect. And we need to be doing something different. These floaters in the box, not really doing anything. Jabali in midfield, plays it through to Toure. Again, we go down the right-hand side. Can we put in a different kind of ball? We do. This time it's hit a low across the floor, and we needed to do something different. We did still go out wide, but we hit a different kind of cross, and this time much more effective. Little bit of a kerfuffle in the box. Toure was clever enough to follow it in, gets himself a goal. He's not a big goal scorer, is Toure, so he's done well to get there. And Cuervo, another good interception from him. And we've got another highlight. You never like to see a highlight straight from the kickoff because it usually means you're going to concede. For some reason, I just have that superstition, but maybe we won't. Toure, the goal scorer, into... Eventually it comes to Jabali, and we are very comfortable playing the ball around. I just wish we were a little bit more clinical in front of goal. But we are winning 3-1 in Ag, so I won't be too critical or complaining too much. Hamidi looks to do the same kind of thing. This time it was more of a pacey kind of head height ball rather than a floater, but definitely not across the floor. Too many bodies. But Angua couldn't get it on goal. But we do go in the half 1-0 up, which is great. And we are looking good for qualification to the semi-finals, which is essentially what we're after. It's the main thing. It's like a Michael Owen level of sentence. That it's definitely the main thing. But I think what I mean is in terms of what we're doing now that we've kind of won the league a few times, we've won the cup a couple times as well. This is where all our eggs are. All our eggs are in the African Champions League basket because we've done it all. So the only other way would be to move. Like I say, if a big club in Egypt comes up, that would be a clever move for us to probably have a better chance of winning this tournament. But I think we can do it here. And now we've got a bit of money from the Slimani sale to China. I do think we could do something in the transfer window. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually win the Champions League this year. That would be amazing. We are looking like we're going into the semis, but it's definitely not all over here. 2 goals to the good, though, with 30 minutes left, would suggest we are on our way there. And like I say, once again, they've not really offered much, and we've been the better side. Cuervo does well to pick up the ball. Is going to go himself, Cuervo, but it's a very poor effort, straight over, and nothing comes of it. Angua not really turned up in these big games. He scored lots of goals this season. I think he's into the 30s already, but he's not really scored in some of these big games in the Champions League, so I'm a little bit concerned about him in the big games. I mean, if he shut me up there, that would have been brilliant, but he doesn't. He loses the ball. Touré's effort also over. A lot of just pot shots at goal, which is slightly concerning. I think we could do something a bit more with it sometimes, but maybe that's just the level we are in terms of world football anyway. So Touré, lovely ball in behind to Cuervo, who finds Angua, and it's another poor miss from Angua. It's a great ball from Cuervo, really, really good ball, but Angua, again, poor. Not a good ball, not a good finish at all. And yeah, he's starting to slow down a little bit, especially in terms of these big games. But Hamidi on the left-hand side finds Knežević. It hits the crossbar. Thought it was going to come back in to the 12-yard box, but it didn't. And unfortunately, nothing comes of it. We've got 8 minutes left. We'll make a couple subs. We'll bring Yahya on the left-hand side. We will bring Lukic on up top for Trabelsi. He's just getting back from his injury, so a couple minutes to get some fitness into him will be good. But we have got a corner. Knežević to take, whips it in, falls to Rajibu, heads it on target, hits the crossbar. No one follows up. No one wins the header. And unfortunately, we don't make anything of it again. Slightly concerning the amount of chances we need to score a goal. Again, 10 shots on target. Only one goal this time. It's even worse than the first leg. So obviously we're winning the game, which is great. And we are winning on aggregate, which is great. But I just wonder if we did this against a better opposition, we're going to get punished. We are going to get punished. And Bellu's dad, I thought had just scored an absolute screamer of an equaliser on the day. Didn't happen. Did go wide. But looks like we're going to see this one out as it is. Corner whipped in, cleared. Lukic to pick up. Finds Koulibaly, finds Knežević, who can have a shot on goal. Does have a shot on goal. Might have taken a deflection. Doesn't matter. Nikola Knežević gets it in the back of the net, makes it 2-1 on ag, 4-1, 2-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and that is the exact score we had in the first leg, which is great. They almost scored a goal to make that not true, but they didn't. And are we going to get the full-time whistle? We have got the full-time whistle. 2-1, once again, both legs 2-1, 4-1 win, brilliant stuff. We're through the semi-finals, so brilliant stuff. Al Ahly have knocked out Pyramids. Kaiser Chiefs have knocked out Sétif. And Zamalek, the club we could have went to, still in it. They knocked Sundowns out. So it's a choice of two Egyptian sides or a South African side. I just don't want Al Ahly. I think that's the big one to avoid. I think we're getting Zamalek. It's history. It had to happen. It's not history. I don't know what the word is. It's fate. It had to be Zamalek, the team that offered us a contract. We could be managing them. We could have been playing our old side. We decided our squad was better than theirs. Was that true? I don't know. Look, looking at he looks like a baller. Wow. Maybe we should have moved and we could have been playing with this team. He looks like a baller as well. How good are you? He's pretty good, but not better than ours. Not better than our boy up top. I don't know. I really don't know. So when's that going to be? Okay, so there's quite a few games to play off camera. So we will come back on the 17th of April, not in real life, in the game, for the Champions League and first leg against Zamalek. So we've got 5 league games to get through in between. We'll play those off camera. And when you come back for the next episode, Zamalek in the semis. Big game. Big stuff. Lovely. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hexagon Challenge, and I'll see you all for more very soon.